When was the last time you thought about revival in your life? Are there certain areas of your life that could really use revival, and how can that benefit you and make you happier and more productive? And what is the secret power behind revival in your life? If you want to find out what I have to say about this topic, then keep watching, because I'm going to talk about that right now. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. My name is Danielle, and today I'm coming at you with a brief video to talk about revival and why it's important and how we can implement this in our own lives and what kind of benefits we can see when we do this. The inspiration for this topic came from a women's event that I went to this past weekend with a friend. It's called Revive. That's the theme or the title of their conference every year, and they have different speakers that talk about different topics every year when they hold this conference annually. And as I was thinking about the title of the conference, and I was thinking about revival in my own life, I really thought about some areas in my life that have been recently revived and how happy that's made me. And I thought about some other things in my life that could really use some revival and how that could really benefit me. And I thought that talking about this topic right now could really be beneficial to you too. Now, before we dive in, let's talk about the definition of what it means to revive. When you revive something, you set something in motion. You take something up again, you activate something, or you renew something. So when I think about revival on a daily, weekly basis in my home, one of the things that really comes to my mind is leftovers. I am a person that does not like leftovers. Comment in the comments below if you're someone that likes leftovers or you don't. I really don't like to eat leftovers. If it's been in the refrigerator more than like 2 days, I'm totally not going to eat it. Now, my husband does know this, and he's really good at taking leftovers and reviving them and turning them into an entirely new, different dish that I will eat. And we had this happen this last weekend. I had made a pork tenderloin and we had leftovers, and I didn't want to eat it just as heated up pork tenderloin, so he turned it into pork tacos, and they were actually really good, and we enjoyed them, and our whole family ate all the leftovers, and I did too, even though I'm not a person that likes leftovers. So that's one of the ways that we take our leftovers and we revive them in our household. Another thing that I've been thinking about recently, that's something that happens in my household around this time of year, is spring cleaning. And looking at my closet, I'm still grappling with cleaning my closet. I have a lot to go through, but looking at what I have, being thankful for what I have, and looking at ways that I can repurpose or change the things I have to make them a little bit new, a little bit different. I like to think about revival in the spring and summer because I really like the warmer weather. Warmer weather to me makes me happy. I live in the Midwest, and we are in the spring months, and we are hopefully soon going into the summer months. I love it when it gets warmer out, and it just really makes me think about all the things in my life that could be made fresh, could be made new, and I think it's a really good time to think about in your life what you could revive. Now, last week, if you watched the video, I talked about setting boundaries, and I talked about the fact that if you have anyone in your life that does not respect your boundaries, or any relationships that you deem as unhealthy for you, those might be relationships that you would have to prune back or maybe even cut out of your life altogether. I will link that video down below if you haven't seen it yet. But once you've done that, now thinking about revival, now that you've pruned out some of the relationships that maybe aren't good for you, what are some relationships in your life that you really enjoy that maybe could use some revival? One of the things I did this last week that I have really enjoyed, I reconnected with some friends that I have not seen in a really long time. Part of that is due to COVID, and part of it is due to just busyness of life. But I realized, wow, I really miss these connections. I really miss these friends. I was so happy to see them again. So really rekindling those relationships and reviving those relationships really helped me to realize how important those relationships are to me, and how much I'm going to work in the future to keep those relationships going. And having the opportunity to revive those over this past week really made me realize that. So maybe it's a relationship in your life that you want to revive. Maybe it's something that you want to rekindle. Maybe it's a habit that you want to renew, or maybe you want to take it up again. A lot of times, this is the time of year, spring and summer, when I see a lot of people wanting to take up the habit of exercising and getting into a more healthy lifestyle, because we're coming upon the summer and people are wanting to do that as the weather gets warmer. Maybe it's something that you need to set in motion. Maybe there's something that you know that you need to get done that you've been putting off for a while, and you know that you would feel so much better if you just got it done. Like maybe it is learning a new skill, maybe it is doing something for work. Maybe it is doing something for your family that you've promised them you would get done. Maybe it's that tree house you've been promising your kids that you would build. Maybe it's cleaning out the garage and you've promised your spouse that you would do that. Maybe it's cleaning out your closet and you've told your spouse you would do that. Dan, do not comment on this video. We know what's going on with my closet. I'm getting to it. But anyways, maybe there is something that you know you've been putting off that you need to do, and you need to activate yourself to get going. I find a lot of times when it comes to revival, when it comes to promises that we make to ourselves, those are the promises that usually go by the wayside. A lot of us are really good at keeping our commitments or promises that we make to other people. We show up to work, we pick our kids up from school, we do things that we say that we're going to do for other people, but when it comes to ourselves, sometimes we're not as good at keeping our word to ourselves. So sometimes when there's something in your life that you want to revive, that you want to just make new again, that you want to refresh, and it's for yourself, maybe it's just making a commitment to yourself to better your health. Maybe it's a commitment to yourself to really focus more on self-care. Maybe it's a commitment to yourself to really focus more on getting yourself financially in shape, or focusing on your spiritual life. I know that for me, that was something that I really realized in my own personal life I needed to revive, and that's something that I've been working on, and I found great benefit in that personally for myself. But whatever it is, I think now is a really good time to look at your life and look and see what you can revive, what you can make new again. And the last thing I want to say on this topic is one of the most important things that I think that we can revive in our lives and really look at is our attitude and our outlook when it comes to situations in our lives and other people in our lives, especially if they're situations or other people that we really struggle with. Maybe we think that something is over, maybe we think that something is impossible, but if we change and we revive our attitude and we look at things a little bit differently, we can really see that maybe things can be different. Maybe the outlook of a situation that we don't have good hope for can change if we revive our attitude, if we have a more positive outlook, and really finding someone that you can confide in, really finding a friend, a confidant, praying about a situation, if you're a Christian like I am, can really help you. I can tell you that one of the things in my life recently that has been revived in a really big way is my relationship with my husband. I really felt like that was a relationship that I was struggling with, that I was really feeling not positive about for a while. And I can tell you that I think that he really changed his attitude about our marriage, and it changed my heart. And so you never know, by just changing your attitude and changing your outlook towards people or situations, what that can really do in your life, and the blessings and the joy that that can really end up bringing you. So I really want to encourage you there. Hire a professional if it's something that you really want to tackle, that you know you need to do, whether it's surrounding your health, whether it's surrounding your finances, whether it's surrounding your spiritual life or your mental health. Find that professional, find that friend, find that confidant that can really help you with that. I want to encourage you to look at your life today and figure out in your own life what you can revive, what you can bring to life, what you can make new, what you can start up again, or what you can activate to make your life more joy-filled, more productive, happier, and what you can do to make yourself more positive overall and make the rest of this year a fantastic year for yourself in a way that maybe you didn't think was possible. I would love to hear in the comments below what you plan to revive in your life and what you would like to see different in your life and how that's going to change your life, or if you have revived something in your life recently, what was it and how did it impact you? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. I will look forward to seeing you in my next video, and remember to make your everyday ordinary life extraordinary.